Well, it feels a little bit weird that at 7 in the morning, literally starting things first off, that the first song they're playing is the final countdown. But you know what? We'll take it. It'll get a little energy flowing in as we start these 10 reps each of pull-ups. Last time when I did back and biceps, things were a little different because I was doing it towards the end of the workout, so I was pre-taxed. But no stretch, full back strength going into this. I feel like 10 reps each is something that is doable. Once I have the energy to go forth with it. I'm just gonna have to really force that strain out. So 10 reps. Let's see it. Okay, 10 good reps to start. I think I'm just gonna stretch heavy in between and I can get the other two. Post very deep lat stretches, post kind of twist, getting my back all fired up. The blood's pumping through stuff now, so second set will be pretty easy to kind of, kind of build the momentum through. I feel like once you get some momentum built, second set can be easiest sometimes because it's that in between of how much you have left in the tank and how much momentum is helped through, that first warm-up set. But third set is when I'm gonna have to drag everything out. That's when I'm having to match the 10 reps, and it's gonna be, really hard pulls at the very end. But I think 10 reps will be manageable, definitely manageable. Okay, 10 reps there. Definitely those last 2 to 3 reps of the final set is going to be where I'm pulling the most. For some reason, my elbow's kind of twinging, kind of tweaking a little bit. Unsure of the left-handed wrap that I had on last time, but it also could be a little bit of kickback from bench press yesterday when I was trying to evenly match the bar path, and I was evenly trying to match my chest growth with my left side compared to my right side. I was trying to balance that. If you didn't see the last video, that was the main goal of that, and so it might be affecting things just slightly today because my left arm isn't used to the sort of focused volume, I guess you could call it, that I placed on it yesterday. But that's good. If some stuff is, I don't want everything to be sore, but if there's some unused muscles that are kind of like around my connector elbow area that are kind of like unsure, it might mean that I struck a chord with something that I haven't been fully engaging. So I'm going to continue on that path now that I'm getting like this good feedback from my body. I almost can use my body as like a learning experience as I go through these weeks. Your body will tell you exactly what it feels with subconsciously, and you have to learn to read those like little cues and stuff. So reading that little cue, last set I'm going to go really hard into even pulls yet again and try to get a good wrap, even better in my left hand this time. Okay, not full chin over the bar reps, but 10 reps nevertheless. The next 3 to 4 weeks, we'll work on perfecting that chin over the bar all the way, but I'm really, really happy with 10 full reps like that. All right, I've got a double set of dumbbells going on right here, 40s and 35s. And the goal for hammer curls is to hit 40 good distinct reps, 40 reps, Jesus, 10 distinct good controlled reps of 40 pounds, really isolating that brachialis and like trying to go straight up and down. And then 35s, hitting that for 12, managing, I mean maybe even 13, managing just, you know, good solid reps, but you know, going down in weight so we can get more control of 35 before we move completely all the way to 40, all 3 sets, you know. It's tale as old as time, stuff that I keep saying over and over, and I probably will for the rest of college, the rest of however long I keep filming. It's just like, as I go up, you have to have in-between points. You have to have sets that are heavier, sets that are lighter. You have to balance what your body's able to do. You have to find that in-between, and you have to just stack and stack and stack and stack and stack and stack until finally it's even. It's what I did with pull-ups to get to 10 full reps. I just had to stack 10, 9, 8, 10, 9, 9, 10, 10, 8, 10, 10, 9, 10, 10, 10. Like stacking consistently one more rep every single workout. And you've got to be ready to know that it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take many weeks until you're able to stack fully. But once you get there, it's worth it. It's just, you know, you're going to be consistently stacking. And that's what we're aiming for here. So last time we got 9 reps with 40. This time we get 10 reps. Right. See what I mean? See 40 good in control reps, feeling out everything. No backswing, no anything. I like it. Second set, drop down to the 35s, of course, and managing it for 12. I really feel like with 35s, I get to tilt my elbows in just a little bit more, hold it just close enough to my body. But of course, like when you're doing it, I always say keep things close to your body. But naturally, when your elbows are going down, they're gonna like rub against your body. So you're gonna have some slight outwardness as you're pulling up. But the goal is you're not like all the way out here just like swinging as you do it. Because trust me, I've seen plenty of people will do like the CrossFit type of like swinging the weight, and that's not growing anything. You need to have things completely under control and getting that full stretch. Like that's what bodybuilding is. It's not swinging weight for the purposes of getting it up. That's like, you know, using all your strength for something. That's like carrying something. But if you want proper form and stuff and you want true strength to be able to carry something, it's about lifting the heavy thing fully and completely. It's not like if I swing it, I'm thinking I'm going to drop the dumbbell. Like, we want control of that dumbbell because that's ours. That's our weight, our thing that we're controlling. Okay, good work with that. Let's try to replicate that last set. All right, exhausted biceps. Now we'll move on to back stuff. Last time was very able to get 2 plates and a 25 on each side for this entire workout. But now it's not about going heavy to start. I've already done Why can't this go through? There it goes. I've already done the setup of going heavy, the setup of what to do with the chest supported rows. I already know that it's going to be like difficult and it's going to be kind of scrappy reps. Now, same thing as pull-ups. We're on the same timeline with this, where as we move up in weight, we're wanting more and more control. So I might be able to only get to like right here. I know you guys can't really see the depth of the camera, but only like right in front of this chest pad as I go. But you homies will start to see as the weeks progress. I'm gonna get to here, to back here, to back here, to maybe even on the highest rep, like fully pushing and activating my upper back by reaching all the way back here. So it's all about just kind of like leveling. I'm not really looking for the weight to really have a dramatic difference. I could go up in weight as I do more and more. I could do 2 more weeks of managing 230 and then I could just start to go up in weight. But am I gonna get really good reps? Probably not. I'm gonna put myself at risk of being injured? Probably. I'm just throwing myself in front of these obstacles, which shouldn't exist. I should have full control of something before I go up in weight. And then of course we do our ladder technique where I'll be doing 230 most of the sets, but then put on 35s at the very last set, go to town with, how much is that? Add 20 is 250, rowing 250. It's just all a game. It's all a game of just like leveling, of getting yourself ready and to that point and getting yourself in control. So 8 reps of this. Okay, 8 solid reps to start. You're gonna wanna be a little bit more aggressive with second set. Get a little bit more violent with the pulls, wanting to engage a little bit more of like, how far can I really rep it all the way? If I'm really just like, not focused on the controlled and really focused on just like pulling as much as possible. So that's what the second set will be allotted for. Last set, I'll go back to the control, no matter how far that I can get it, so. Let's see this, let's see how it works. Okay, a lot faster when I go form to the wind, a lot farther when I do it, but my chest isn't staying stuck to that pad. So I like the control because it allows me to stay stuck to the pad and really make sure I'm feeling everything in my upper back. Whereas if I pull a little bit more aggressively, I'm gonna get a little bit farther of a pull, yes, but my body's pulling away, so I don't know if the stretch is as much. One last set of chest supported rows, then we'll move on to lat pull downs. Lat pull downs, I don't think I'll have any aggressive reps. I think I'm gonna try to harness full control with that because I like the isolation of my lats a lot better. Any assisted isolation, any way to like get yourself up to speed with feeling that mind-muscle connection, especially with back. I don't know why, but the mind-muscle connection with back and, I mean, frankly, biceps, just like feeling, you know, some of these little muscles, some of these little, you know, things that people might overlook. The more you have mind-muscle connection with them, the more like a symmetrical, fully balanced physique as possible. Like, I feel like knowing my brachialis, knowing, you know, the full scope of my lats, even, I'm trying to get back on this train, but even when I train abs, feeling just every individual fiber and stuff working, how it, you know, has a part to a whole. I feel like, you know, I can't take any part of my physique for granted. And if I do, it shows up really quick. There just shows up a gap when I'm looking at, you know, my body in the mirror, and not like discounting any of it, body dysmorphia or anything. I notice these little things if I don't train them. I notice if I don't hit abs and stuff, like they're not gonna be popping out as much. I notice if I'm letting, you know, hips get a little weak, my quads and stuff will pop up, but there'll be these like weird gaps between that and my core. I notice like if my shoulders, even without a pump, aren't like popping out as much. And that's because like it's just the evenness. You gotta, respect every single muscle group as one and the same. And obviously you work more or less depending on how big the muscle is. I'm gonna work more for my chest than I am like some individual forearm fibers. But, same thing. Gauge it. How big is that muscle? How much to work it? And with lats, it's such a big muscle. I want to build that isolation. I want to build the mind-muscle connection, because once I know what my lats are like, it helps. It's the biggest contributor to the V-taper fade, or V-taper, not fade, V-taper aesthetic, I guess. The whole body composition, and that's what at least a lot of, from a male perspective, that's what a lot of men are looking for. And in my case, that's, I want that type of V-taper. Okay, 8 solid reps. Got a lot to go with that exercise, but I'm happy with moving on. So, lat pull downs. Last time I managed a ladder of 8, 10, and 12, kind of working my way up. This time, I kind of want things to be more even. I really would like to get 9 to 10 for every single set. I feel like balancing things a little bit more will be easier on my lats. I'm not going to have to try harder one set compared to the other. And so the goal, I think, for me is 10 reps every single set. But also it's going to be, seeing how much my lats can take, because I'm trying to isolate them. But this is also a heavier weight increase. 2 plates and then a 35 on each side. That's a lot. We're almost working 3 plates. And obviously when I get to 3 plates, it's going to be a lot on lats. But this plate-loaded lat pull-down, I can put a lot more weight onto it than I can like just a normal bar one. A normal bar one, it allows things to be more even. But isolating each lat individually, plate-loaded, I feel like it gives me a little bit more wiggle room. So 10 reps. We're going to see how we can do it. Okay, 10 good reps. Pretty happy with that set. Try to see if I can do that the other ones. Heavy weight going forward, heavy weight, full pull. That's what I really want with these sets. I want to feel out those lats, drain them a lot, because I've already done my pull-ups. I've already done stuff that requires like the hard reps, the hard control. And so now it's like everything I have to give needs to be put into these, because afterwards, some bicep work, some rear delt work. Rear delt is a different part of my back, something I still have energy for. But lats, that's everything here. We need everything given, everything given. We're getting to that level. We're getting to the level of control with that. Very, very happy with that set. Okay, now might be my favorite part of the workout, my favorite part of some of these workouts, because it's time to smash biceps. Now, I'll be the first to admit, biceps is not always my favorite part of the workout. always like feeling the full stretch and stuff and everything. Not always something I prefer. But today, I'm really, really wanting it. I'm really wanting to absolutely just destroy these things. So I'm gonna raise the seat height a little bit higher because they're a little bit lower. Because I really want to, yeah, there we go. I really want to put these things on full display. I really want to put full power into everything. The goal is, what does this say on here? 95? 95 for 10 reps. Now, in translation to a bar that has like, bars weigh 45, it's only like 50 pounds. So in my log, I have it kind of transitioned from what it actually is, free weight wise compared to what it is right now on the machine. But the machine allows for a little bit more control. It allows me to not cheat the reps as much. So I'm wanting full and complete reps on this. I'm wanting all the way range of motion, and I'm wanting to just really feel things out at the top. So first set, 10 reps. There we go. Whew, that feel at the top set was absolutely diabolical. I want more of that, please. Medium rest period, medium break in between the set, and now biceps are raring to go. I need to get some more water in my system next time because water, sorry, the music is so loud, I can barely hear myself think. I don't know why they blare the music this loud in the mornings. It's a little much, but I need to get more water in my system. I don't really carry a water bottle around the workout just because it's a lot to lug around when I have camera gear and stuff, but in between sets I'll go to the water fountain, so I need to do that in between sets. So with this music blaring, I'm going to try to get a focus set, 10 reps, just the same as it was before. Last 2 or 3, I'm going to have to really, really push hard at the top. Okay, I need 2 more. 2 more. Okay, that's about as much as I can load onto my biceps for now. I'll go back and check how much that was and put it in my log. What actually ended up happening, kind of funny, I got 9 full and complete reps, and then I got 2 really grindy half reps. That to me counts like a full 10 reps, which is interesting because 10 reps was my target, and I didn't know if I hit that. I thought I'd like just undercut it, just swiped it, but technically full 10 reps on that second set, which I'm really happy about. But now comes the really big issue of even putting water into my system, even getting a really big break. You're gonna have to manage, really manage 10 reps on this, and so it's gonna take a lot of digging. It's gonna take a lot of digging, a lot of heavy breathing. So see if I can do this. I'm pretty confident. I really want to fill out my biceps, so I'm kind of pumping myself all puffed up, blowfish style of like confidence. So let's see. Come on, one more. All right, and that's a failure rep. That is a 2 failure set. Gosh, I'm really happy with that. 75 for 10, which is usually what we do with dumbbells. But yet again, the benches are taken up today. That might be a common theme with some of the workouts here. A lot of the benches get taken up because there's only like 2, but that's all right. That's why we have a good machine for this. Rear delt rows, equated it to what it is on this machine, similar to how I do with dumbbells. And so now, just really slow, in control, 10 good reps. Okay, happy with that. I want to replicate more of that. Finish things out with a bang. Really want slow and controlled reps with this. I've been really happy with how the workout went today. I'm really content with, I don't know, the pulls. Really feeling like, especially on this last one, rear delts sometimes are a little bit heavier, but I even put on 5 extra pounds, and just the way I'm breathing, the way I'm thinking about the reps, like, it's super meta, but the way I'm thinking about how I do the reps and thinking about how I think, it's like, how am I going to perceive this? And how is that perception going to change and alter and affect this workout? Like, how is the way that I'm first of all, how is the way that I'm thinking about how I'm wrapping, how I'm pulling all the way, how my chest is adhering to this? How am I thinking about that? But then I'm going even like a layer deeper, like even more Inception style of like, how am I going to thinking about all these different like triggers? Like, what is my trigger to start this thinking? What is setting me up in that? Well, it's getting good sleep. I got good sleep last night. I got off of my electronics an hour before bed. It's staging things this morning to not, take up any time. I had my clothes laid out. I had my slides laid out. I had my bags ready to go. It's all that prep work. And then once I get in the gym, how am I setting up? How am I staging? How am I filming? What am I going to do next? Like, what time do I have classes? How much do I have to do this? It's all the meta-analysis of how I prepare for a workout that can actually help me even greater. Like, the concept of a meta workout sounds really dumb, but actually it can be the most assisting thing that, you really need. It's something that not many people think about, but I feel like it's what's propelling me to this really good last set. All right, that is a complete workout. I appreciate you watching very much, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.